When we're solving trig equations, we have 5 main identities that we're going to be using: reciprocal, quotient, cofunction, Pythagorean, and even odd identities. You need to know these forwards and backwards. Some strategies that you should consider is you have functions of different types. So you'll have a sine function and you have a cosine function. Try to convert them all to be the same type. If you have the inputs being different, if you have one that's negative theta and one that's theta, try to turn all of them to be the same. Also, don't forget about u substitution. So let's start. So if we have tangent of theta equals negative square root of 3 over 3, and we're solving that in this range, well, we should remember that this is talking about the slope being negative square root of 3 over 3. So we have actually two answers. One is here, one is here, and that's 150 degrees, and then this is 330 degrees, are our two answers to this problem. For number 2, we should divide by -4 first and get -2 equals cosecant of theta. Now, it's easier to realize using the reciprocal identity that this is sine of theta equals -1/2. So on our unit circle, where are the places where sine is -1/2? Well, sine is the y-coordinate. So there are two places once again. This is at 180 plus another 30, so 210 degrees. And then another place happens over here at 330 degrees. Here we have negative square root of 3 over 2. Negative square root of 3 over 2 is over here as an x-coordinate. So that's telling me that we'd have, what would this be? 150 degrees, or we would continue to the 180 degrees and then go in the other direction, so that would be 210 degrees. So 150 degrees equals theta plus 45, or 210 degrees equals theta plus 45. Subtracting 45 from both sides in each of these equations gives us two answers: 105 degrees and what would that be? 165 degrees. Over here, we can add 1 to both sides. So cotangent of theta plus 210 equals -1. This is the same thing as saying tangent of theta plus 210 equals +1. So where is tangent equal to 1? Well, it's here at 45 degrees. It's again at another, anytime that you add a multiple of 180 degrees, you'd get, say, 225 degrees. If we continued around another 180 degrees, then that would be 405 degrees. So any of these would work. The reason I'm going up to 405 degrees is because I recognize that we have plus 210. So we're going to be subtracting 210 from both sides. So if we have 405 equals that theta plus 210, then we'll get an answer in the range 0 to 360. So theta equals subtract 210, and we get 195 degrees. When we do the same thing with 215, we get theta equals 15 degrees. So those are some basic problems. We'll do some more complex ones